It was March 1928. Walter Collins, a 9 years old boy, asks for some money to go see a movie from her mother, Christine. Well, Christine gave him the money, but she never knew that this would be the last time she would ever saw her son. Los Angeles police began searching for the boy, but they came empty handed. Then, 5 months later, a child claiming to be young Walter Collins turned up in Illinois. Well, although Christine insisted that the boy is not her real son, the police were adamant that he was, and they forced her into the psychiatric ward when she continued to deny him being her real son. While the imposter eventually admitted of not being Walter Collins, but around the same time police came across a grisly crime scene in a ranch in Wineville. There, a man named Walter Northcott had been not Walter Northcott, but Gordon Northcott had been kidnapping, sexually abusing, and killing young boys with the help of his mother, Sarah Northcott. While Sarah did admit at least on one occasion of being involved in Walter's death, and she was sentenced to basically death, but the mystery surrounding the disappearance of Walter Collins is still a mystery. At the time, the city's police force was facing criticism due to recent corruption scandals, and officers were further embarrassed when they failed to locate Walter Collins in a timely manner. However, they had very little information to go on with. Meanwhile, according to the crime museum, a gas station attendant in Glendale claimed he had seen a foreign couple with a dead boy in the back of their car. He identified the body as Walter Collins after seeing a photograph of the child. Neither of these leads helped detectives, however, and Walter's case went cold for several months. Well, let me tell you how a crafty imposter tried to fool Christine Collins. Well, Christine Collins had spent 5 agonizing months waiting for any information about her son's fate when hope arrived unexpectedly from halfway across the country. Police picked up a boy in DeKalb, Illinois, who said his name was Walter Collins. They sent photos to Christine, who was not convinced. However, officers talked her into trying out a child and brought him to Los Angeles. After 3 weeks, Christine marched back to the police station with Walter's dental records and a list of signed statements from people who had known her son. She insisted that the boy from Illinois was an imposter and that she wanted nothing more to do with him. To save face, officers called Christine Collins a lunatic and accused her of trying to embarrass them. They said she was simply attempting to shirk her responsibilities as a mother. According to the Mirror, the police forced the grieving mother into a psychiatric facility using Code 12, a policy that allowed them to simply get rid of difficult citizens. Inside the Wineville chicken coop murders, on the ranch, investigators found the scattered bone fragments of young males and axes with blood and human hair encrusted on their blades. Reportedly, Northcott verbally admitted that he had killed 5 boys, including Walter Collins and the Winslow brothers, who had disappeared shortly after him. He confessed that he kidnapped boys to rape them and kill them when he got bored, and then used quicklime to dispose of their remains. He did all of this, he said, with the help of his mother, Sarah, with whom he also claimed he had an incestuous relationship. However, when it came time to write and sign an official confession, Northcott changed his story and said he had only killed one person, a Mexican boy known as Alvin Garcia, in Feb 1928. With no physical evidence linking Walter to ranch, the boy's fate was still unknown. Then Sarah Northcott came forward with a story of her own. But what really happened to Walter Collins? Sarah Louise Northcott eventually confessed that she had been the one to kill Walter Collins. She dealt him a fatal blow with an axe, she said, and buried him near the chicken coop. She was sentenced to life in prison for his murder. Meanwhile, Gordon Stewart Northcott was found guilty in Feb 1929 of killing the Winslow brothers and one other unnamed victim. He was sentenced to death and hanged on October 2, 1930, and the knowledge of the true fate of Walter Collins may have died with him. To this day, nobody knows what really happened to Walter Collins, though Sarah Northcott was convicted of his murder. Police never found any real evidence that the boy had ever been on the ranch. Well, this is it. If you have any different thoughts, or if you have some other information about this mystery, please share that in the comment section below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, peace.